Hi, this is Majin, and here's some comic reviews for you today. I'm only going to do a few books today. We have Avengers in space. We have Avengers driving cars, um, sea people Avengers, and we have one-man Avengers, and we have evil Avengers. So anyways, Rogues Rebellion number 6. This is putting the final issue for the Rogues, and overall, I have to admit I was kind of um, overall, I was kind of enjoyed it as a whole. I mean, like for the most part, this was just an all battle issue. They granted some of this fighting really wasn't that like, wonderful or anything. The ending of the battle was kind of like, well, let's just come up with something really quick, so this way everybody can get beaten really quick, and that way we can get to the end. So that aside, it's a comic. They ran out of pages. So I accepted certain things, but because I looked at overall the spirit of the issue and what it really is, it's the rogues getting together, it's the rogues giving the finger to the crime syndicate, not bowing down to what they want, and carving their own little place in the world type thing. I thought the art was okay. It's not the greatest in the world. Writing was decent. I thought the ending was decent in the sense that it really puts everything in perspective. It's like, look how hard you fought, and look at the outcome. You pretty much destroyed the city. But in the end, is it worth going through that just to be free type thing? But overall, this one I enjoyed. Now, Argus, one man, one plan. See, I don't want to spoil some stuff in this because the ending is really significant. But basically, what they were trying to say here is this: Steve Trevor, he was going to be this person that's going to change the world type thing. All hope dies with him, and it's like, how many times have we heard something like that before? And the fates, they come to collect, and they basically take away his future potential. And overall, Steve Trevor's acting like that never happened, because he's taken down Dr. Light, and he's now on his mad tear to save everybody. And all of that part's fine. The art was decent. I liked in this. One thing I kind of liked was how they're trying to elevate Steve Trevor into somebody bigger. So I appreciated that part of it because he was looking like pretty much like a sap after getting dumped by Wonder Woman. And it was a decent read. The ending though was a nice little touch because they're planting the seed for something big within the DC universe that's gonna be post Forever Evil. So that part I liked. Did not like the fact how Forever Evil is now out in May and we have to wait for 2 months. Stupid people can't even stay on deadlines. Make us wait an extra month. Aquaman. From the depths. A god rises. Okay. I thought the art was good, but the thing that really appealed to me about this issue is this. You have the Doctor who basically steals the Trident because he's going to open the gateway to Atlantis and, oh, I'm going to prove everybody wrong because I'm right. And I think manga fans or anime fans can appreciate this. This whole part reminded me of like a PG-13 version of Berserk. You had these demons popping out, eating people, and I was like, oh yeah. This scene right here, this panel, is right from Berserk. So I was really enjoying that part a lot. And I was enjoying it so much that I didn't even care about the big reveal who this person is at the end. Because I was just like, just show these demons. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, the demon designs were interesting. They definitely looked. They had a certain degree of personality to the way they looked, and this whole thing was just chaotic, and I really, really enjoyed this part. So all of that part really just elevated this book for me, and I liked it. Now, here's the thing, though. Even though I like that part, most people aren't going to give two flips about it because this is an Aquaman book, and they don't care about demons rising from the pits of hell type thing. But that being said, the story's definitely moving in a nice direction. Parker's doing a great job after Jeff Johns left, and I'm still definitely enjoying this, which is actually really surprising. And in fact, even though like Jeff Johns did a fantastic job setting up the character, I'm enjoying this series more with Parker. But anyways, I thought that was good. All new Ghost Rider. Felipe Smith's new book. And most people are probably going, I have no clue who Felipe Smith is. Just know that he did some manga for Tokyo Pop. He went to Japan, had his own comic that came out there. It was really adult, really violent, really bloody. Some crazy stuff happened. So I was really, really looking forward to this Ghost Rider. Does it deliver? Man, it kind of does. Basically what you have is this. This is just your setup issue. You have this guy, he knows how to work on cars. He's a really nice person. He's got this sense of justice. It's like, why are you stealing this person's, wheelchair type thing? And he goes up against unbelievable odds. And so I really, really like the way he built this character up. Because, if you think back, like the older Johnny Blaze characters and stuff like that, they made the deal with the devil, and they were kind of, I don't know, I guess you can almost say like an anti-hero. But in this case, now you have a Ghost Rider who, basically has a sense of justice. So I keep saying that, but that's what it's like. Now, will overall this be a good story? I don't know, because all they did was, this is just the setup. Now, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Ghost Rider people who are going to be pissed off because he's not driving a motorcycle, he's driving a souped-up car, and basically what happens is he gets involved in a street race, and the race goes bad, and he gets actually shot and killed. And the result of that, basically the spirit of whatever vengeance, if it's going to be the spirit of vengeance, comes into him, and now we have the new Ghost Rider. I thought the art was interesting. I mean, it's not your typical Marvel style, so I kind of thought that it fit a little bit more, especially with the way Felipe writes. And in fact, this character right here looks very familiar from his manga they did in Japan. And like, he's got some interesting body poses going on here, and the way the arms bend and the bodies bend and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the fighting, and also when he does turn into the Ghost Rider. That's what I'm really looking forward to, seeing that rogues gallery that they're going to get. Also, the car chase, the car race kind of had this Akira feel to it too. But anyways, I enjoyed it. I know I rambled on a little bit too long, but I'm really, really looking forward to seeing this. It's not a 10, but it's definitely in the upper, like 7, 8 type thing. It was a good introduction for like an old character. Guardians of the Galaxy 6 of 6, Trial of Jean Grey. This is your battle issue. I love battle issues. In a nutshell, what's going on is Jean Grey's basically saying, you're right. Phoenix destroyed the world, and destroyed the world, destroyed your ship. But you know what? If you kill me, the Phoenix is just going to go to somebody else. And she actually, the only way they could have really stopped this fight was she became something different than the Phoenix at this point. Now, she's definitely a lot more powerful and has a different command of her powers than what she would have had in the past. So I'm really curious to see where this is going to go. And the last page, the panel there, had like a hint of something sinister coming. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. But even though I enjoy the fighting and stuff like that, what really, really made this book work for me was at the very end. You have Rocket Raccoon trying to make I guess you can say, they did the truce, and he's just trying to take the cheap shot against Gladiator. Then you have Kitty Pryde and Star-Lord getting a little friendly with each other. You have Groot making funny Groots with the trees. You have Rocket Raccoon looking at some, let me see here where they go. Rocket Raccoon's looking at some raccoons, telling them to put on some pants. So stuff like that. That part, it's the little things for me that really, really worked. And then, of course, what you have is the startling uh, thing where Cyclops goes, well, you know what? It's been fun. My dad's here. I'm going to go off into space. So it really looks like they're going to take this and then take these characters in incredible directions. And it really makes me wonder how all of this is going to affect the main storyline. Because technically all of these characters are going to be changing along the way. So it's things I just have this feeling that it's going to end in a major event later on. Okay. New Avengers 16. Black Panther has been studying the different worlds as they've been colliding, and he finally comes across this one world where they have their own unique group of superheroes, which kind of remind me of a little bit about almost like a Justice League in a way. I mean, one guy you can almost say is Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Martian Manhunter, and Dr. Fate. But at this, you can also say this is also like Dr. Spectrum and a couple other people, Quicksilver and Batman, or Doctor Doom or something like that. But anyway, Doctor Strange. But anyways, this team of heroes is actually really powerful, and they're able to survive each incursion. And ultimately, what's going to be happening is the Avengers are going to basically face off against them. So this is just the setup for this is what's going to happen next. I am honestly really, really curious to see this battle, because what really appeals to me is it's not quite like a clone of the Avengers. I mean, granted, you can say the Avengers are a clone of the Justice League of America, but it's in a sense everybody's just that little. They're more so removed different, and in a sense, this is like an Avengers versus an alternate reality Justice League. So that really appeals to me, even though we know who's going to win. I I think that, I'm really hoping that these characters spin off into something else, because they were interesting just to see something different like that. Art was, since I forgot to mention, the art was really solid too. And part of me is wondering how long is this story going to last, because this thing has been going on for a freaking long time. They're going to have to come up to a resolution soon. Okay. Avengers 27. We finally get the Avengers. They meet their counterparts from another dimension. Things do not go well for the fake Avengers. We learn that's not Tony in that armor. Gets his face blasted. I thought that was cool. Overall, I mean, it was an enjoyable read, but it wasn't as epic as I thought it should have been. I mean, because the fake Avengers, they just went down fast, way too fast. But we have to wait and see where this thing is going to go to. Overall, art was good. The story was still solid, but I just wanted a little bit more from everything. Also, I did like how they included the Invaders #1 as an extra bonus for this too. So overall, I enjoyed it. Uncanny Avengers 18. This is the Avenge the Earth storyline. The interesting thing I found about this was, okay, Ragnarok happened. The Apocalypse Twin, took away all the mutants, sent them off into deep space. This continues that storyline. It's years later, and basically Havoc and Wasp, they're a couple, and the world is basically just full of mutants. And the Wasp is, Wasp and Havoc are basically, I guess you can call them like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutant type things, because they're trying to change things, and the Magneto and company are the X-Force, and they're trying to stop them. And it's clear that this pretty much just takes place afterwards, except for the years part. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Thought the art was good. It has that adult feel to it, because it's not as, I guess you can say, as clean as some of the other comics, but that's what I think really makes this issue really work, or the storyline work, because it's a little different than what you would normally see on the shelf. Remender's doing a fantastic job with the storyline. I cannot wait to see how this thing ultimately resolves itself. The ending, there's a little, I won't spoil it, but there's some big things coming at the end, and I'm, I thought this was overall was a really solid read. If you've been thinking about reading Uncanny Avengers, you know, here's your jumping on point. Just know that they lost. They cover that already. Trades are out. Just start reading here. I guarantee you'll probably find this book really, really good. Anyways, let's get you some free codes. What do we got here? It's this digital collection. Oh, this here gives you this issue and Uncanny Avengers #1, the Red Shadow trade. So you get double the bang. I would like to see DC do stuff like that too. There we go. Anyways, what did you guys think of this week's books? What was your favorite? What were you looking forward to reading? Are you guys looking forward to Original Sin? How pissed off are you that Forever Evil got delayed? I know, I am royally pissed. I mean, it's ridiculous that you have to wait 2 months for the ending of the book, and it delays 4 other titles because of that. That is freaking ridiculous. That the only reason why that should occur is if somebody died. And DC's not talking. So my guess is somebody freaking fell asleep at the wheel and maybe forgot to turn in pages or forgot, hey, we have a major event going, so we should finish the damn book. Anyways, that's enough ranting. Like, share, Facebook Crunchyroll, right there. I'll have more reviews and stuff later. I know there's some new manga coming out. I gotta review some manga. So, until next time.